Hey guys, good morning. Beautiful fall day. November's here and it's dry and sunny, so we're gonna go get some tasks done that need to get done before we get our first snow. First snow is on the way. Normally hits us around Thanksgiving, so let's get rolling. We got a lot of little stuff to do today. Hopefully the side-by-side starts, because it was giving us a little bit of a fit yesterday, or the other day. I think we're due for a battery, and I'm not going to put a standard little crappy battery in this thing, because those things never last. Let's see. Come on, fingers crossed. I don't feel like jumping it. There we go. Gonna be a good day. Leave that puppy running for a little while. Hi. Hi, buddy. Hi. You know, if any of you guys need a friend or a good dog, get a chocolate lab. Not this one. This one's mine. Chocolate labs, good stuff. So guys, we're gonna go work around camp. We got a variety of tasks on the schedule. But look, we got a couple of days we worked hard on the greenhouse. Check those videos out if you missed them somehow. This is turning out way better than I expected, and as good as I could hope for. But yeah, what do you think? You like it?
Yeah.
So we're gonna work out. We're gonna take a day off of that because you know, everything's dry right now. We need to clean stuff up before it gets wet in a couple days. Mm-hmm. And it's, you know,
winter prep never ends.
You guys,
off-grid life never ends.
Yeah.
Working.
Yep.
Never ends.
And you know, we kind of make it hard on ourselves because we have so much stuff going on here, but that's okay. It's exciting. We could do it right now. Give us 20 years and we might just sit around and twiddle our thumbs. You guys might have to, you know, maybe in 20 years we'll still be doing YouTube.
I don't know. I hope people still want to watch us in 20 years.
So, anyway, guys, let's get loaded up, get all the tools ready, and we'll get this day on the road. Get on the road.
All right, guys, we love our electric bikes. We've had them for a few months. We used them a whole lot over the summer to get away for the day and just go enjoy lakeside views. I really like that they're easy to transport. We stick them in the back of the truck and it's easy to go. Jay's able to fold them up nice and easy. I like the little bike racks on the back too, so that way if we are out riding our bikes and we stop at the cider mill or the local brewery or wherever, we can stick some stuff in the back and take it back with us. I really like the battery life on these. They last a long time. We went for almost a 30-mile bike ride and the battery barely went down. And I really like my bike because it's a step through, so it makes it a little bit easier to get on. These bikes have been a great addition to our off-grid lives, and we cannot say enough great things about them. If you think you'd like an electric bike or someone in your life would like an electric bike, check out the Black Friday sales. Electric's got a lot of great bundle sales, so be sure to head over to the links below to save the most amount of money you can on one of these great bikes. It's the perfect time to get one. Thanks so much, Electric, for sponsoring today's video.
All right, guys, so we have a riding mower that I usually mulch the leaves and clean the leaves up down here. Like, just mulch them up down here at camp. But the mower deck on it broke. I don't think the engagement cable broke. I don't know what broke. And it's just been sitting dead in the water since then. So I haven't had time to look at it. So this is our camp. You guys have been here for a long time, know that. This is where we started. This is the first 5-acre lot we bought and cleared so we could hang out down here while we figured out what we wanted to do here. We hung out here for about a year and a half before we were 100% sure we wanted to build something here. You always want to make sure you like your property. Even though you bought it, doesn't mean you're stuck there. So if you buy a piece of property, make sure you like the area before you go build a cabin the first week you're there. So you never know. Like, we're adjacent to a bunch of state land or public land. I don't like calling it state land because it's not state land, it's public land owned by the people. And, we wanted to make sure that it wasn't loud, obnoxious, and a bother to be next to that land. And we want to make sure we liked the neighbors, even though they're half mile to a mile away. We want to make sure that we liked the area, and we couldn't be happier. So anyway, this is where we started out. I would love it if some of you guys who've only been here for a year, or but not only, but have been here for less than 5 or 6 years, want to check some of our old videos out. I feel like we've kept pretty true to style. Everything changes, but hopefully the editing gets a little better. Still not a pro, but I just like to keep our videos pretty simple. There's a lot of people who are professional editors that, spin off and start doing stuff for themselves. They do it for other people and they do it themselves. They make beautiful videos. They are, photographers and cinematographers are freaking awesome. But I'm just a normal hot tub repair guy that always liked the idea, but never went to school or, went too crazy with it. So, but now we're full-time YouTubers, so that's pretty cool. And we like to keep our videos pretty simple. Maybe someday I'll be all fancy or fancier. But anyway, enough talking. I just like talking with you guys. Appreciate it. You guys are, my people. So thanks for being here and hanging out with me. This is going to be a bit of a tall order for a push mower, but I need the exercise. It's another thing I thought about talking to you guys about. Everyone says you get lots of exercise living off grid. You do, but running a YouTube channel, man, you sit around. You do some serious computer sitting, which I'm not used to. It's taking a toll on my overweight body. So if any of you guys would like to see off-grid Jay, if you'd like to see skinny Jay, put it in the comment section below. Say, comment skinny Jay. If you'd like to see some of that in the videos, like, I need to exercise. I need to have some motivation other than feeling better to get motivated to get back in the swing of things. And it's gotten a little bit better with the videos because I can edit a little bit faster now. But I still, my big problem is eat too much. I'm active, but I eat too much. So I need to be a little more active and eat a little less. So if you guys like to see Skinny Jay, put it in the comment section for me. Give me a little motivation, all right? I also could include a little bit of that in the videos. I challenged our buddy. I was messaging back and forth a little bit with good old Russell from Raspberry Rock at the beginning of this summer and challenged him to a duel. He didn't want nothing to do with it for some reason. He didn't want to. He said his channel wasn't about his weight loss. Even though he talks about it. His channel, our channels, it's funny. Everybody's perspective of what their channel's about. And, we go back and forth where I think people don't give a darn about us and then they only care about the projects. And then I think, well, the only reason a lot of you awesome people are here is because we all have a lot of love and appreciation for each other. So it makes me feel good that I got you guys here. So thank you. But anyway, so that's where I'm going with that. If you guys want to see Skinny Jay, want to see some stuff that Jay's doing, and Jen too. Jen's been exercising a little bit better too. So trying to get back in shape here. You're turning 41, 42 pretty soon. So it's either do it now or just die young. And I'd prefer not to do that. So thanks for hanging out with me. Let's get to work. Off one of them tags and let's look at it. These are from the local farm and family farm and home. They don't actually say what they are. They say they have like a small fruit on them, right?
Yeah, it says create a wildlife habitat.
Yeah.
And it says this plant is a great source of food and cover for wildlife. A well-organized landscape can become a haven for mammals, birds, frogs, and insects. So I don't know. It says it's got small fruit on it that turkey and deer like to eat, I guess. I don't know. They were clearance.
They're like $15 little bushes or trees, and they were what, $5?
Yeah.
What's the other tag say?
Common persimmon. Grows 35 to 60 inches tall with glossy dark green coverage.
Okay.
Small fragrant flowers become orange to reddish fruit that is 1 to 2 inches in diameter and may persist on tree into winter.
Okay. Now we just thought we'd try these for $20. It doesn't hurt. You know, we want this to be a little wildlife oasis down here. We got all our fruit trees that are gonna someday thrive at some point, we hope.
And it says that these plants are either male or female. And
you need one of each.
Usually what? I can't see the one word. The one word's cut off on every single one of them across. It's usually dye something, either male or female, so planting more than one increases the chances of getting fruit.
Okay.
So we'll plant them all.
Hopefully we don't have 5 female or 4 males.
Well, we'll just plant them semi-close to each other.
Yeah.
So
We'll just put them in a little bunch all next to each other. That's fine.
Maybe it'll make some fruit.
Yeah, let's put them right in the middle of the food plot. Maybe put them in this little hole over here by this apple tree that died. I don't know if that'll actually...
Tag on them so we know what they are.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, let's cut the other tags off. Strawberries over here instead of raspberries, and there's raspberries everywhere, so I don't know.
And strawberries everywhere, so
Yeah.
it's okay. Oh.
That apple tree has some shoots coming out of it.
Maybe it'll come back to life.
He's dead before we're getting fruit.
Look how sandy this is.
Oh, that spot was not the best spot. See if that one croaks.
This is literally like
Hopefully.
Sand, guys.
These ones are all in a good vein of dirt. That's why I put them up in a line here. So
Oh.
I put and all the water comes down. This is like a little trough here, so
Yeah.
I get water. Oh. Good stuff, right?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Let us know, guys. Have you ever planted common? What is it
Persimmon.
called? Common.
Persimmon.
Have you ever planted common persimmon? I don't know. We'll see. We have no idea what we're doing. Did I say it wrong again?
Welcome to our lives. Try to act like we have any clue what's going on. That's why we don't bother even trying.
Let us know, guys. We don't know what we're doing. Let us know. We're happy to admit that we don't know. You might think we're idiots, but that's okay.
All right. Take 87. Persimmons. Persimmon.
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 I am gonna hit you in the head with the shovel and leave
I'm not
you here
saying
for the
just
bears.
you. I'm not saying it's just you. I'm saying both of us. If we tried to like be flawless and speak fluently in these videos, we would. Yeah.
We're real, guys.
We're not them
fake.
people. Well, yeah, not that those people are fake. Just there's a lot smarter people out there than us, so it is what it is. We have our, strong suits, but not that many of them apparently.
Our oak tree's growing good.
Yeah.
Our oak tree looks pretty over there.
Show you guys a little update. So, all of them look really good. So our food plot, Jen whacked down all of our raspberries this spring, and they bounce back like it's their job. Yeah, they like thrive here. That's this sandy soil. So anyway, look at this. We bought 3 $10 oak trees.
Yeah.
But these are doing good.
Yeah, and I guess they can grow really fast their first 10 years. So
Yeah. We got one here. We had one die. We had 4 of them. We put one up high in the new spot on the food plot that we cleared, and it died. But these 3, this one and 2 over here, did really good. These apple trees right here are starting to get some size to them.
you gotta prune them this fall?
No, in the winter.
Okay.
I mean, you could prune them in the fall when it's real cold, like it's getting cold. But I always do it in February, March when it's still freezing out. But this tree's actually getting some size to it. Like you can't see it probably because of the background, but it's probably 8 to 10 feet tall. And I haven't pruned any of our trees because they're like so weak looking. I didn't want to like stunt them to the point where they died. But these are Wolf River apple. And maybe Wolf River apple do not have fruit for like 7 to 10 years, which sucks. But at least they will have a healthy tree. Because we have I planted a Wolf River apple downstate, and there's still no apples on it. So anyway, we're gonna prune all our trees good. This one got smushed by a tree, but it's still alive. Just need to prune some stuff. This oak is doing okay. Got some nice big healthy leaves on it this year. This one's pretty big. This one's like 7 feet tall. I didn't pay attention at all to our new section of the food plot. Did you? Like I know I looked over there and some of the plum trees had leaves on them at least, but I don't know how well they did.
Yeah.
But they should get more sun over there. They should do better as long as they got enough rain. So we'll see in the spring which ones come back. That's the real test if they live more than one summer. Anywho, let's get out of here before Jen's going to be viewing deer here very soon. So we need to get out of here. she was cutting it up and putting it in Everclear, and you can make like a pain reliever out of it or an anti-inflammatory.
Look, guys, all the volunteer sunflowers that Elvin planted. Too bad they won't thrive. His stash is not a stash anymore, though. Look at them all. There's a whole bunch back there, too.
Quite the pile.
Elvin thought he had a good stash going on for winter. Look at, there's more there. Is that good, you think?
Looks good, but I've eaten them late in the year like this, and they're always like bitter.
Sour?
Yeah. Like, I hate throwing stuff like even these tomatoes will be fine, I guess.
Let them rot there and become volunteers for next year.
That's how our garden becomes such a mess. We're too afraid to call stuff.
Well, take it out then. 2 beds done. That one over there is a little bit of a hot mess. We'll clean out this last one here and
Yeah.
all right, guys, it's that time of year, the cold time of year. But that means I get to plant garlic. So I have lots of garlic to plant. I got a bunch of the hardneck stuff because that's what I need here. That's what I need here in northern Michigan. Look at all this. I didn't realize how much came in each container I ordered, and I ordered 2. So maybe I ordered too much, but I'll plant it all, see what grows. Maybe next year I can learn how to dehydrate it or preserve it more. And I have 2 giant elephant garlics. I think they're called elephant garlics. So gonna plant those 2. I tried to plant some last year and they did not come up. I did plant my garlic in the same spot this year that I did last year, so maybe that's why it didn't grow as well. Because I had a really good harvest last year, but not this year, but it is what it is. So we'll see. We're moving it down some and see how that works out. Look at these dogs, guys. What'd you bring me? Huh? Come here. What'd you bring Mom? Huh? Dirty toy from outside? Look at how big one of these cloves is. I really hope I can make these grow this year because I really hope I can make them grow next spring and summer because these are awesome. These are huge. There we go. It said pointy side up. Mark each one like that.
All the dirt fell off of it.
Mm.
Well, it's got good roots.
See what happens.
Down there.
Jay's gonna take you to plant this pine tree, guys. I'm gonna finish planting garlic, but you don't need to watch me plant garlic for an hour. This pine tree came from the blueberry patch. We had to dig it out for the greenhouse.
Yeah. And not a lot of conifers here on our property. Actually, the only conifers left are the ones right here by the solar tracker. I'm sure those will block the solar tracker in like 20 years. Let's see if it's still working in 20 years. Alright, let's do something else. Big old potato, just chewed right up. we go, guys. There's my bounty. Well, double what I got the other day, I think. I went back through the spot that I did the other day and found about a dozen more potatoes. But yeah. Pretty good amount of them in there. Are you impressed? I think.
Meh.
I was thinking of titles for this video while I was digging up these potatoes. And I think it was going to be, "We will starve to death, but not as fast," or something like that. Or we will starve to death, but slowly. We will starve to death, but 5 days after you starve to death. something like totally ridiculous. Because we got like 5 pounds of potatoes out of the garden. So, will we starve to death? Yes, but 5 days later than you will, because we have 5 pounds of potatoes. No. That's how I would title videos if Jen and I didn't spend like 3 hours trying to come up with something better. So, anyway.
I'm gonna go put my coat back on.
Yeah, Jen's freezing. Pretty happy with the greenhouse.
Yeah, it's looking good.
Looks pretty rustic. I like it. Kind of looks like it would look if a zombie apocalypse happened and we had to like piece something together to survive. That's what it would look like.
There's a reason, guys, that Jay doesn't title the videos.
You don't title the videos. I make the titles half the time. I come up with good ideas half the time.
Uh-huh.